Hey, hi, hello. Welcome to the first episode of the Chocolate Factory podcast, hosted by me, Turntrap, Looney,
What up, Shotty?
and as requested by him, I'm going to read out his name now. Your Royal Highness and dictator of all things inside and outside of the Milky Way galaxy, Molicious,
Hello.
and Zion HD, also known as John.
The haram.
Think of this as an introduction to the hosts. We'll be answering a couple questions that we've collected. Starting with question number one. So, any near-death experiences?
I have
Bit of
one.
a sudden question to bring on, but just some questions we've collected from people.
Yeah, I have one. Do you want me to tell
We're
it?
buddies.
Okay, I'll tell it. Alright, so way back when I was like 7, right? And this is probably the only time I actually like had a near-death experience. And this is also the first time I blacked out. Or actually the only time I blacked out. So basically, there's this like a tanker made of cement at the back of my grandmother's house. It's filled with water, and that's where we actually get our water resource, right? It's sort of like a well, but like modernish sort of thing, right? And then on top of it, it's like a flat platform, and it's full of barrels, like full of water, like from the rain. And those barrels are quite heavy. And while me and my cousins were actually playing on top of it, my flip flops went missing, and we were actually trying to look for it on top. And I saw it like beside the barrel, and I was like, oh dude, there it is. And then I was about to get it, but I couldn't reach it. So what I did is I grabbed onto the barrel, and I thought it's full of water, but it was empty for some reason. And when I grabbed it and I swung around, I literally fell off the I think it's like 5 foot tall of a fall, and then I hit my head like beside a rock, and yeah, and then I blacked out. And then you know those scenes in like fucking like Modern Warfare where you're just like yeah, and then you just like kind of like
Yeah.
zone in and out,
Yeah.
and then you're just getting
Yeah.
dragged. And that's literally what I saw. Like I just blacked out, and then I just woke up for a bit, and then I saw like my shirt was just like bloody, and then I just woke up in the hospital with a stitch on my head.
Um,
With
that-
Yeah,
with
that's
the
why I'm
bandage
so
on, I
smart.
think.
yeah, that's where you get your smarts, John.
Yeah. So you guys
I-
have any
I-
near-death experience?
Yeah, I actually had one. It wasn't nowhere as near as dramatic as yours, but it was scary. Alright. So it all started one day before I woke up for school. It was really early, it was like 5 a.m. So I used to wake up really early so I could like do other stuff before school starts. If I have to do any assignments or anything. And so I decided to actually play some video games, and I was feeling a bit of Fall Guys.
Okay.
So I was playing this one game, and I got really close to the end, so I decided to like get a bit more serious. Okay, and so I moved in. I was sitting on an office chair that was like it has wheels at the bottom. So I got like closer and I sat on the edge of the seat. So I ended up winning that game, and then I was really happy. So I jumped up to celebrate, and when I jumped up, like I pushed the chair back a bit, like not too far back, like it was still in my reach. But when I sat down, I like clipped the edge, fell, hit my head on the table, and then fell
Oh,
on the
God.
floor and just lay there for like 10 minutes.
No.
You can just hear my friend like, "Hello,
Did you
you
die?
good?" I don't think so.
That's the real question. Did you die?
I don't know. I don't think so.
That-
Let me
unfortunately, it doesn't count as
check.
a near-death experience story if you didn't die.
Exactly.
This is
Oh, my
this
bad,
is
guys.
this is a Sixth Sense moment right here. Wait a second. Am I dead?
My
Am I?
dad.
Okay,
Uh,
how about you, Looney? Do you
anyone
have any
else?
near-death experience?
Okay, so you said that you like at the end of your story you said that you had to get a stitch on your head, and first I was kind of freaking out because I was like, oh no, what am I going to contribute to this topic? Um, and I have a scar on my like next to my right eye. And I got it when I was 2 years old. I think a week before my brother was born. We have the same birthday. So, in my birthday pictures, in my birthday pictures for my second birthday, I have the scar on my eye. Or like the scab.
Mhm.
And it was because I was sitting on the kitchen table. I don't know what I was doing, but I was like on the kitchen table and I like stood up and I was like, okay, parkour. And then I jumped off. I like jumped off and flipped into the dishwasher that my mom was opening and um I hit the corner of my eye. And then I like passed out flat on the ground and my mom was like, "Oh my god. Oh my god. She's dead."
Hardcore
Um
parkour.
Telling me that. So you're telling me you were 2 years old and you were sitting on top of the counter and jumped off the counter, did a flip into the dishwasher.
Hey, you forgot one
Michael
detail.
Bay
She
that
said,
shit
she
right
said
there.
hardcore parkour. You forgot that detail.
hardcore parkour.
Like that one scene from The Office.
Yeah,
Which
yeah. But I wasn't even 2 yet. I was a week from turning 2 years old. Just like I'm exactly a week from turning 16 right now.
Yeah.
I was a week from turning 2 years old, and I ran and jumped off the table. Like, okay, I don't know how I have a memory of this, but I actually have a memory of it. I actually like did a running start, and I jumped off into the dishwasher, and then I don't remember anything else after that. Um,
and
but my mom,
your mom just goes clean up on aisle 5. Something you just follow
Just
ragdoll on the
sweep you.
kitchen floor.
clean up on aisle nearly 2. Um, um, and then my mom called an ambulance, and the ambulance came and they picked me up, and like my mom was calling my entire family, and she was like, "Guys, she's really hurt." Because I mean, I'm sure you can imagine the like absolute panic that my mom must have felt when she looked down and was like, my entire face was bleeding. Um,
Yeah.
and so she called an ambulance and she called my entire family and she was like, "Guys, she's bleeding. I don't know what's going on." And then so I was at the hospital and I didn't know this until I think a year and a half ago, but my aunt was telling me that when I was in the hospital, I didn't cry at all. Actually, I don't think my mom has said that when I hit my head, like right before I like passed out, because you know how you have to like lose an amount of blood before you pass out,
Yeah.
and so like before I passed out, I was laughing
Okay.
Wait, what?
with blood running
Absolute
down my
maniac.
face.
Absolute psychopath.
Absolute mad
That must have
lad.
been absolute mad lad right there.
And then my aunt told me that she like touched it in the hospital, and my mom was like freaked out, and she was like, "Oh, ew, don't touch it." Um, and then I would laugh like it tickled.
What the fuck?
That must have been something for them to see at the time.
To witness.
Yeah, but did you die?
Yeah, it's a
I
real
did
question.
actually.
No question.
Oh,
I've
okay.
died 7 times in my life. I have other near-death experiences that I don't think are podcast topics.
Oh god.
I think they are podcast topics. I just think we should save them for another episode.
Yeah.
Because I have
Yeah,
a bunch. Let me tell you, I have.
This just
yeah.
introduction, so like, at least they know
I'll tell you the
like,
most.
how bad and bougie we are.
They won't
Yes.
They
Okay.
won't be as interesting as this one, because I was able to use like logic and use my brain, and I was still being dumb. So
Yeah, 2-year-old baby backflip is gonna be like the height of your storytelling career.
yeah, No, no, it's definitely not. I have so many good stories. I should write a book.
You should. You should. So I actually have my own near-death experience that I did die on, because that's the only way it's a near-death experience. And this is actually like the most recent one. I always managed to find myself in some kind of trouble. So basically, what happened was I have this like water pump thing on top of my house. It's like a thing that kind of it makes the water current stronger because Africa. Um, so I was sitting on top of it, or I decided to get on top of it, and this was like in the winter, so maybe January-ish, like very early January, maybe late December. And I decided, okay, hey, it's pretty cold. Let me get a jacket and sit on top. It was like the middle of the night. Um, I take my phone up there, I'm listening to music, and then this really strong gust of wind starts to blow. And this thing is pretty high up. Like if I fell, like it's 5, 6, not even 5, 6 story. It was just really high up. It was really high up, and this really strong gust of wind came in, and I remember I was sitting in. I lost my balance, and my phone slipped. So me being me, I was like, "Fuck! I can't let my phone slip because I'm not getting a new one if I let it slip." So what did I do? I did the logical thing and risked my life. I I kind of dropped down to like grab it. All right. So I grabbed the phone. That was great. But before I kind of realized, I was also kind of tipping off the edge onto like a vertical drop. So I end up like kind of quick thinking and like tossing my phone to the left. So it landed back on the building. You see, however, now I was falling off the building, and like I was starting to fall off it. But I managed to extend my hands out and like kind of grab onto this thing we have next to it, this metal railing, and I kind of like got in like a push-up stance where I was just kind of like a ramp going downwards, and yeah, I just kind of like shimmied my way back. It was pretty scary though. My hand almost slipped, so that was that, and I died. So it
I
is a
was
near
waiting for
death
that.
experience. So yeah.
All right, cool. Cool.
Okay. But did you die?
I did.
Did
I did.
die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as of
I
right
was
now,
thinking,
Alright,
We should
that
just
right there
we
is the
should,
Gandalf story.
30
we should
minutes.
call this episode "Talking with Ghosts."
Alright.
talking with ghosts. That's a really good start because our next question is actually sleep paralysis stories.
Ooh.
Any
Ooh.
experiences with sleep
Talking to
paralysis?
ghosts, a gun Nazi.
Okay, should I go first on this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
John seems to
Wait,
spice it up
wait.
with the first story.
Alright, I'll go on ahead with my story. Alright.
Evil demon
Go.
titties.
Alright, so I've had a few sleep paralysis actually. Second one is sort of blurry for me, but the first one I'd never forget about it, so I'm just gonna tell the first one. So this was I was sleeping at my room, like here in Ireland, and for some reason I woke up on my grandmother's like floor on her house, right? And I could not move. I could only move my head, but like I could only move it 90 degrees like on my front. So I can't like turn around or anything like that. And for some reason, there's a mythical creature in Philippines called duende. Just show the picture of duende there. Yeah, there you go. And basically they're like little gnomes, and they're like little gnomes, right? And most of them can be evil, some of them can be nice, depends how you treat them. And basically they were pretty much just dancing around like my foot, like going around, and one of them like went behind me and started like touching my head, like sort of like putting their fingers like like the top of my head. and and what the weird thing about sleep paralysis is it's so realistic that you could actually feel them touching you. That's what's weird about it. So during that time I legit thought in some way or form that they actually like abducted me like from Ireland, brought me to Philippines and started doing that. And then to get over sleep paralysis, what you need to do is actually just like close your eyes and then just don't open it at all. Just ignore it. And then eventually you're gonna start gaining full conscience of yourself again. So that's my experience. And
He can go first because
Plus,
I have to think of I have to remember mine.
So it's not really very long, and I don't remember much of it. But it happened. Now that I think about it, it happened in like the 3 days where I was having like weird dreams. First day I had a nightmare. Second day I actually had a lucid dream, and then third day I had sleep paralysis. It was weird.
Jesus.
But the when it came to sleep paralysis, okay, so I don't remember much of it. All right, but what I do remember is that I remember that I woke up and I was lying down and I just couldn't move. And then my bedroom door was open. It was daytime and my window was open all the way. So you could see all the sunlight. So my door was fully open and then a huge tarantula just slowly started walking into my room. You know how tarantulas walk, like really slow?
Yeah.
And it just slowly started creeping up to my room and then it started going towards me. And then I don't remember anything after that. What I do remember is that I was scared, really scared. I don't really have arachnophobia, but I'm pretty sure that that dream gave me arachnophobia.
Yeah. I mean, like
you
phobias.
contracted it that way.
Phobias have to come from somewhere, like from an experience, right? Because
Yeah.
Not all of them.
I never told myself as someone who has claustrophobia, but when I was like 14, I had my first holiday in Philippines, and I got trapped inside a bed sheet. Like my cousins were like trapping me inside, and I legit started freaking out, just punching everywhere, and then just kicking everywhere. And then I got out, and I was almost crying, just sweating and almost crying. That's when I found out I have claustrophobia.
What
Yeah.
types of cousins do you have? They do the
Yeah,
thing
sound
where
like
they
a very
fart
nice cousin.
in the bed sheets and then trap you inside the
No, they
fart.
just wanted to trap me.
Uh,
Okay.
Amateurs. Amateurs.
Amateurs,
Uh,
all of you. Okay. So I can't say the sleep paralysis one without maybe offending one of my family members. She's really scary. Actually, I don't care. I'm gonna tell this story.
Yeah.
So she's kind of scary, bro. She's really scary, bro. And I'm also pretty sure I was like 5 years old in this. Um, I had a traumatizing childhood, all right? Makes for a lot of good stories. Um, I was passed out on the couch, like sleeping, not actually passed.
Mhm.
Like on my back. I think I actually like my parents put me for a nap, and I was like they like set me down, and I was like on my back. Um, and I was looking at the ceiling, and you know how like everyone has LED lights?
Yeah.
Like the room was changing colors, but not like how like TikTokers put their LED lights on like the ceiling and stuff. Like if it was like tucked behind furniture and stuff, the room was changing colors, and my aunt's face, not she's not my aunt, but she's my family member. I don't know what she is, but she's kind of scary. Um,
All right.
her face was like coming out of the ceiling towards me, like really Beetlejuice stuff, but I hadn't seen that movie yet. And then, oh yeah, so like the sandworm, I think there's a scene where like the sandworm goes towards the screen. That's what it's like, but like 3D. It was terrifying. And also her face was like moving, like like a wave, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um and the colors were changing in the room. And it was really warm and I couldn't move. And even if I could move, I was like extremely scared too. And I was just like staring up, absolutely like terrified. Um, and I don't know what happened after that, but I will never be able to get rid of that memory out of my head. It's actually terrifying. Anytime I hear music that like, oh yeah, there was music, bro. There was music. Like drumming almost. Like what kind of cult shit? I think of that moment. It actually freaks me out. Like my heart starts beating faster. It's bleh.
That's scary.
So yeah, that was sleep paralysis. I can't tell it to my family members because they'll be like, "Yo, wait, her? It was her face protruding from the ceiling. Think about it."
We're gonna
I
cancel your
can't be
aunt
like,
for being too scary.
I don't think I've ever actually gotten like a type of dream where you have like a figure kind of standing at your door or like anywhere near you. But I have had like just kind of like just the paralysis part. Like I'm still actually like awake, and this is kind of weird because I don't know if it's considered sleep paralysis, but I would kind of wake up in the middle of the night and I couldn't move anything. Like my entire body, I could never move my. I'm like I could open my eyes and look around, like my actual room. Like this was real life, and I would after like I'd say, and this would last for like 2 3 hours maybe, and I would just sit there and kind of look around for like a bit until I could eventually move my fingers, and then I could move my fingers and my like toes, and then I could stand up eventually. But the one thing I realized I could never get to move was my neck. Like my neck would always be stuck to one side, so either my right or my left. So
Mhm.
I would like just stand up and walk around the house. I remember even once I went up to my mom and she was really like concerned with what was happening because she didn't know what was happening, and um she just had to sleep it off. And the way I know that was real and it wasn't a dream, I asked my mom about it the next day after I woke up and I could move my neck, and she was like, yeah, you came to me and you like your neck was stuck, and I was like, oh. So yeah, I also used to have nightmares about you know that you know the Phineas and Ferb opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that big wheel that paints the tri-state area. Yeah, yeah. So I had a genuine recurring nightmare that I would get. That was literally just that wheel moving in extremely slow motion in the weirdest way. It would go forward, but the land would go backwards. So, and there was always this really slow music playing to it. So that's about as creepy as nighttime has ever gotten for me. That and cornflakes pouring into a bowl.
Oh, but I have this story, but it's a bit off topic.
Oh, you can say whatever.
Yeah, sure.
It's basically this is the most sus thing that's ever happened ever in my life. So uh this actually involves turn as well.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh, whoa.
uh-oh.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Wait.
Uh,
okay. Get it, I
there was this
guess.
one day where we were on a call together, and we decided that we were both tired, so we're just gonna go to sleep. But on that same day,
Sounds like an amazing way to start a story. I really want to hear this.
on that so on that same day there was a Brawlhalla live stream. I think it was a tournament that we wanted to watch. So he told me that if you wake up, wake me up with you. So call me to wake me up. And that's what I did. I fell asleep. I set an alarm, and when sure enough, when the alarm rang, I woke up. But I was feeling like really tired. I didn't feel like I could call him, but I wanted to try waking him up anyway. So I called him, and then I fell asleep as I was calling, and then I woke up all of a sudden, like drenched in like cold sweat, and I was like, oh no, I missed it. I opened I opened my phone, and tried to call him, and I pressed on the call button, and it just said we've been on a call for 48 minutes.
We, we were just passed out, fucking asleep with each other. We were literally just because he called, and then I picked up, and then I also fell asleep. So we both just passed out completely.
That's so sweet.
We were on call for 48 minutes.
That's
Just
literally how
asleep.
couples like fall asleep with their phone just
I
moving.
know.
Facts.
I fucking know.
Yeah, and
So it's official.
what really got me was the fact that he answered and then and then fell asleep.
Wow.
This is a very dark part of my
Couple
past.
goals.
Very dark part of my history.
And then
So
we
that's not
both
him.
woke up. I woke him up. I just kept saying his name until he woke up, and then we started laughing about it.
Yeah. So this is another this is a question that was suggested by like an outside source. Somebody actually asked this question. Where would you like to travel, and why is that? And at the same time, you could also ask, would you stay there permanently, or would you kind of just like to go there for vacation and then come back to wherever you were?
Finland.
Then, like, why Finland?
Okay, there's a spot there called the Shigashamash. I don't know how to pronounce it. And basically it has like glass igloos on it. And the best thing about the glass igloos is it's like some sort of like a room, like hotel. You can like go there, have dinner. And the best thing about that is if you look up to the sky, there's the northern lights.
Oh wow.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Imagine sleeping there and
Yeah.
just looking up straight to the
It looks
sky.
really. It's from the pictures I've seen. It looks really cold though.
Well,
That's the best part, though. Really cold.
it is like it is snow, so I don't mind the cold. Like I'm the type person that prefers cold than heat.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Too cold hurts. Too cold literally hurts you. Like your hands hurt really bad. You get a runny nose.
Yeah, but you can prevent that. You can prevent that. You have
So you'd
something to
rather
counter
sweat.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
I'm saying like raw. Like if you would prefer either the
Raw.
heat or the cold. Raw. Yes.
Depends. It
No,
really depends
no.
on the situation. Like at home, I definitely prefer cold. You know what I mean? But like when
Yeah.
it's on a beach or something, I definitely prefer the heat. Like beside
Okay.
water.
I mean,
But
yeah,
let's
obviously
say
you go to the beach to do things with the heat. You want warm water. You want
Yeah. That's
Dude,
the only
you
reason I would
want to
want heat.
suntan, you know.
leave Miami
Like
alone.
listen.
hey, okay, I'm sorry. Calm down.
Okay, yeah, no. Kick him off the podcast right now. No, you're out. You're out. Goodbye.
Off.
Oh
Cancel.
Off.
Cancel him on
Cancel.
Twitter.
Yeah,
no,
cancel
guys, please, no.
Where would you like to travel and why? And a second question, would you stay there or would you like to like go there for vacation and then come back like where you are currently?
I don't
Could be
know where I would
anywhere.
travel. I want to go to a lot of places.
What's one of those places? Could be
Italy.
Italy.
I have an entire friend group in Italy. I had my first like real internet friendship when I was 13. And my friend lives in Italy. And I have an entire friend group out there now. So I like through pictures, I know places in their town.
Yeah.
And I have friends there. And it wouldn't be scary because I'm not by myself.
Okay. And would you stay there permanently or would you
If I had to go somewhere permanently, I would pick my own island. Like I would literally buy my own island. And I would stay there permanently.
See, I'm near England, so I'm definitely gonna go to England like next time. But this Christmas though, I'm going to Philippines.
Okay.
I just love Philippines.
I've never
So
been
we
out
should
of
all
the country
be
yet.
You should go, Ava.
Really?
You need to
Yeah,
find
you
out
should.
your origin, bro.
Yeah, my dad went to the Philippines.
Yeah, tell
When
him to
he
take you
was
next time.
9?
The one thing to know there is
Fine.
you're gonna get stared at, cause even I'm full Filipino, right? And whenever I go there, I get stared at, and I don't know how, but like words get around there so fast. Cause like when went to this marketplace, everyone was staring at me, and I kept hearing my mom's name and my own name from the people that I actually don't know. So they'll be like,
Yeah.
and then they'll
It's
just
like
be.
it's like going to an
John,
Arab wedding.
John's mom.
Straight up.
Muhammad can like relate to me with this, and it's like going to an Arab wedding. Um,
Pretty much, yes.
you go there and you'll meet people that have literally breastfed you. I swear. Like you go there and there'll be
Nah.
like a big 7'3"
That's
guy
so true.
named like I don't know, like Mahmoud. He'll tell you he breastfed you when you were younger.
Oh my god.
Like
No,
I'm not joking, man. Like
dude,
there you meet people that you didn't even know exist and they know you. Like they literally know your like the composition of your DNA, literally. Like
Wait,
that's just how it is.
wait, Ava,
that's how
you're half,
Mexican
right?
parties.
You're half.
Yeah.
You're gonna be treated as like a fucking like alien there. Like everyone's just gonna like ask you questions. How'd you get your skin to be like that? So like that.
Yeah, I'm half Mexican, half Filipino.
Yeah. Even
And so like even Mexican parties, I have uncles I don't know.
jeez.
I know that I have cousins out there that I don't know like exist.
Like I had a guy
And
ask me what type of
maybe the
soap I
dads don't
use.
know they exist.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Your Royal Highness, dictator of all things inside and outside the galaxy. Delicious.
The Milky Way galaxy.
Inside and
Milky Way.
outside.
Yeah, I apologize.
Okay, so I would actually love to go to Moscow because it is cool. It's just a cool place to go.
Shit. Hang on.
Also, I find any Russian person very fascinating for some reason.
Would you stay there permanently?
It depends.
Wait, what do you find interesting about them?
Well, I mean, I was in this COD lobby once, and some guy like called me a comrade.
About you felt special after he told you that?
Yeah.
So as for myself, I would personally go for. I'm not even gonna lie. There aren't many places I'd want to go. But if I were to choose like somewhere, not necessarily a country, I'd kind of want to go to Antarctica because yeah, it's cold, but it's. I feel like like being there for like a week, maybe 2 weeks. I think would be really fun. Just to kind of see like how things go down there, at like research stations and stuff. I feel like it'd be really cool. And the answer is obviously I would not stay there. I would choose not to stay there. I'd kind of want more just to go there for like a visit, maybe a week, couple days. Yeah, that's about it.
Understandable.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone. This has
No.
been
Yeah,
it
just gonna cut it out.
for the podcast. And this is turn. It's yeah. Bye.
Bye guys.
Okay, see you guys. God.